Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we are looking at Astartes Part 5. This may or may not be the finale. A few people have mentioned that this is the end of it, this is all of it, and considering that the first few episodes were maybe 5 minutes altogether, and this one is a good 7, more than 7 minutes. Holy crap. This is something I actually wasn't expecting ever since last year when Astartes' channel, because the channel is the same name as the project he's working on, when he was hacked. Someone stole his channel, deleted videos, did horrible things, and he got it back. And that is surprising because not many people, when they're hacked, that doesn't happen. I don't know how he got it back. I'm just glad he did. And now we have this. I don't even know what this is yet, other than it'll be amazing because I've seen the previous 4 parts and I want to know what happens. I want to know anything. I've learned so much because people in the comments in the last few videos put a lot of detail into what exactly was going on and just all the various aspects. And then let's just talk about the white elephant in the room. The thumbnail is clearly an Inquisitor because he has the inquisitorial eye on the head, which is odd, because I don't know any Space Marine branches that are specifically Inquisition other than Grey Knights, and I'm pretty sure these ain't Grey Knights, because they fought a Psyker with a pistol and a knife rather than, being another Psyker. So that just, it raises questions for me, and I want to know more, and this is something I'm very excited for. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know it'll be visually stunning every single step of the way because Astartes, the entire series, is a masterpiece. As far as I'm concerned, Games Workshop should come in and just say, yes, this is now canon, because it would be better for us to acknowledge this piece of work as part of our universe, as a legitimate aspect, rather than just a fan-made project, because it is so good. And considering they've hired Richard Boylan from the Hell's Reach miniseries on YouTube, which was a adaptation of the short story of canon 40k lore, that isn't an impossibility either. I don't know what we're getting into, but I do know, if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up, because it's freaking good. I don't even know what it is yet, but I know it'll be good, and that is so cool to say. So let's just jump right in and see just where this party goes. And by goes, I mean probably a lot of explosions. Oh, they're doing a quick reverb. Not a reverb. They're showing the bits of the previous episode. God, it does look so freaking cool. Yep. So many things I recognize now, like the Psychic Hooded. Ooh! Sorry, I love spaceships in general. Oh, and they get to see... Oh, they have cameras that are actually showing the footage back to the ship itself. And these are the special... I'm going to just call them stormtroopers because of the white armor. What? That looks like a bomb. I think. Yep, that's probably... Oh. Ooh, even the old style helmet, too. Was it Mark III, I think? I can never get that straight. White armor, gold lettering. It's beautiful, but... almost looks like some kind of... Yeah, it looks like some kind of bomb. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, he has the broken eyepiece, so you can actually see a little of the internal workings. Was that piece of his glass, or was that glass they stepped on? I don't know why, but for some reason the circles are giving me not Star Trek, Stargate vibes. Oh, dude, that looks so cool. What? It's a statue? An unfinished one? It kind of looks like the psychic Bond brothers who were... They said there was a psychic ritual, cut off an arm, it made themselves more psychically powerful. It kind of looked like the plating on that. But they just ignored it, so it probably wasn't active, whatever it was. Whoa. Another orb. And this one's defending itself?
Astartes.
Oh, no, it's awake. And it speaks. Is it a demon? I don't know what this is, but it's definitely psychically aware. I mean, it's freaking talking to them. Almost looks like a map. Like, it looks like a globe. But different. That's explosive, isn't it? No, it's not. What is? Oh, this is similar to what they had contained in the ship, isn't it? Is that a brain? It almost looks like a wooden brain. Only because, like, the little ripples. That's my personal take, at least. Yes, yeah, it's not a bomb. It's what they have chained here. So there's more than one, and they have one already. And that's waking up. Tech priest or... Break your seal with Mr. Jones. Take the oath? Did he just... Oh, it possessed him? What was that? What the... Oh! That looked like it opened a rift to... like he was being possessed. That's usually why you execute a psyker. Whoa. They're being sucked in. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's definitely demonic. Oh, that is so freaking cool looking, but fuck. Oh. Is it absorbing them? Or is it transporting them? It didn't even do anything! That's a warp rift. It's like an almost self-contained warp rift. At least in function, it almost seems to be like that. Yeah. Oh, what the? Something was connecting them, but then something else interfered. Dude, the facial detail. Oh, that's so... I wasn't sure how they would handle that, but that's beautiful. I know it's not accurate, but I was just thinking either Snoke or Tomb Kings right now. Those look like actual bodies? What the? There's more? Oh, thank God. I wonder if they're announcing... There's more, thank God. Okay, let's just start with the elephant in the room. And not the one I mentioned earlier, but the actual one. Well, technically more like a rhino chassis, but I thought this was the end. But that ending, no, it's not. All those little flashes between the different armor types, the different chapters, if that isn't as clear as you could possibly get to show that they're moving beyond just this one battle, it almost looks like ramping up production. Like all these different chapters, different fights. The guy is stuck, literally disarmed, in... I don't even know where. Warp magic was involved somehow, but... There are so many aspects to this that I will probably be puzzling over. But the one that is the most important is definitely that there is more coming. This is not the last. It might be the last of the Astartes itself. They might be under different names. But the overall world, universe, galaxy, let's go with galaxy, that the Astartes channel is building, it's expanding because we could see more of what they're doing. And they're calling for people to help on their Patreon to support the project, which would be implying there's more. Also, it's really cool that they're specifically thanking Markiplier and Chapter Master Valoric. One, Valoric, cool guy. Because I've seen his videos, he just seems like a cool guy. I could be wrong, but I don't want to be, so I won't pretend I am. Two, I really am curious where they're going to go next, because they showed the tanks. They showed... I'm just going to go with the Valley of the Dead, because it looked like giants. Literal giants, and the detail there and the shift in art styles because of the palette swap from a dark gray, blue, almost like dark greens, dark blues, a lot of grays, for the ship. Some of the light psychic energy blues to the bright reds and oranges of the desert landscape. Definitely getting a vibe of, Egyptian. And Egyptian in 40K is usually synonymous with either the Thousand Sons, which I really doubt this is, or the Necrons. I'm wondering if what we just saw isn't a Necron structure, but a Necron tier before they became, soulless robots, one of their tomb cities. That's the only thing I can think of right now, unless it's completely made up alien race that is just synonymous with this exact series, in which case that is actually a level of creativity that is insane in its own right. And even more reasoning why Games Workshop should reach out to the people behind this project and just say, you are now canon. Please, 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 please accept. We will pay you more. Because, oh my God, that was brilliant. I love the detail. I loved that everyone was getting pulled and they were trying to fight. They were being sucked and they were showing the futility of it. You could see the unreality of the orb literally fighting them and sucking them in, because it just decided, I'm going to push you away first, but now I'm dragging you in. I loved how the guy decided to fight against it. He overcharged or just even fired his plasma pistol. I don't know which one, but probably not overcharged, because that did not work. I loved how you could see it made a dent in it and then it just popped back out because there was no physical damage. And there was blowback because that's the only place the energy could go, and it took his freaking arm, and it was brutal. But then you see him and it's like, he's in pain. He's spitting out freaking blood and look like Cheerios in there. I'm just going to ignore that because it was weird. And he just sloughs off the pain, stands up and just grits his teeth and moves on just to see that, whatever that is. I thought the first few were good. I thought they were beautiful. And this one, it's so much better. And I don't know what I'm looking at, and I love it. I'm wondering what that giant Oh yeah, that would be. Oh, if it is Necron tier connected, then what we're looking at for that giant sculpture might very well have been an uninhabited Citan body. Maybe because they weren't actually corporeal, sort of. They were like an energy being before the necrodermis was brought in. I thought it looked more like the mask those people were in, and while I do still think it looks like that, it looked like they were building up a framework to contain something. Which, if this is Necron, maybe they were making a new Satan. But that would imply human allies. That would imply they had a connection. It would imply that the Inquisitorial Astartes, which is freaking cool in its own right. Technically, an Inquisitor can requisition anyone, but it almost looked like the Inquisitor was the Astartes, and technically I don't think that would be impossible, just odd. Not something you see very often. So many layers of aspects, and there's so much that could be done, and I cannot wait to see more. I am so freaking excited to see more, and I am so freaking glad that there will be more, because it did something that Games Workshop has trouble with. Games Workshop can tell a good story. Black Library does a great job too. But they don't advance their narrative in ways that really feels compelling a lot of times. And by that, I completely mean the Psychic Awakening stuff. I don't mind it. It's perfectly accessible. Some are better than others. I don't get that drawn breath sense of danger that it has weight. Like, yeah, planet died again. We lost it. But just the 5 unnamed Astartes we saw being sucked into the cube. Wow, did I just say cube? Wow. Way to know basic shapes. So I failed for scary, apparently. Into the sphere while they were being sucked into whatever that actually was. Also, I'm definitely going to go back, put on subtitles, maybe re-listen to the sections where it was speaking. I mean, are we even looking at a contained, like, Satan, maybe? Like a portal to it? I don't know. And I'm only guessing it's Necron because the tomb aspect. And, well, that's really my only guess there. But there's just so much here. This is so dense. It is evocative. You feel gut-wrenching amounts of just curiosity and terror of what's going to happen. It is fascinating in a way that Games Workshop has trouble reaching on their own. And they did this with almost no dialogue. And the dialogue that was there was intentionally hard to understand because it makes it otherworldly and alien and distant. This is not just a really beautiful show. It is. It's not just really great amounts of visual porn. It is. It is literally Games Workshop level porn of just beautiful sceneries and vistas and fights and just emotions implied. And it is beautiful. But it also managed to swing together an almost incoherent narrative that is compelling. You have less idea what's going on in this based on sheerly what they're showing in the clips than you would have in a Dark Souls game. But you understand that there's a compelling narrative. They're fighting something. They have control, but they're not entirely in control. They're trying to follow something. They're trying to stop a rebellion, but that rebellion has apparently alien backers or maybe warp backers, or maybe both. And all the little flashes, all the scenery, it's so important because it shows you what's going on. There's so many details to just dissect, and this was beautiful. Oh my God, was it beautiful? I can't think of anything they did wrong. I'm even curious what that little glass pane they stepped on was. Because was that something that came out of his lens when he was hit? It just popped out, like it finally broke because of the glass? Was it something there? Was it a bit of ice they stepped on? I don't know. Was it important? I don't know. but it could be. And that's amazing because I don't know which details are just beautiful for the sake of being beautiful and which details are for the sake of the show important to an overall narrative. And it's amazing that that is a concern I have, that I might be missing something, because every little detail feels like it could be relevant. That is something that is hard to pull off in a narrative. It is hard to get someone invested in a silent film. It is hard to get someone invested in a abstract. It is hard to get someone to care about unnamed, unseen protagonists that you don't have the slightest clue what they're doing. This did that. And it did it masterfully. Games Workshop. I've mentioned this before, but I'm just going to make it flat out. If for any reason you see this, one, you do good art, like not faces, but the actual stuff's nice. But two, hire these people. And if it's one person, holy shit. If it's a team, also, holy shit. I don't care because it's amazing and you should hire them because this is everything you need. I mean, granted, you won't see it because technically Games Workshop is either working from home or closed due to pandemic reasons, but that's besides the point because this is just perfect. This is exactly what 40K needs. Support these people. And for everyone else, that link below, hit it up. Watch it 1,000,000 times. Go to their Patreon. Support them. I will be doing everything I can to make sure this is known. But I don't think I need to because this is so freaking good. It literally sells itself. I will badger everyone I know, though, to watch it 1,000,000 times over. And partially only because it gives me another excuse to watch it. I don't need an excuse, and I will watch it on my own another 1,000,000 times over. But after 1,000,000, you kind of feel like you just need the excuse. It just feels better. You can tell I'm having a geek moment right now. And I'm completely okay with that because it is completely justified. So yeah, link below. Original video. Hit it up. You won't regret it. There's definitely more than what we saw. There's more. This is something so detail heavy that if you pause every single second, you might actually pick out something new every single second. And I don't doubt that for a second. Actually, I might just go do that. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm just going to go rewatch this. Probably from the beginning even. Adios.